Okay, so I made it to Vermont, and let me tell you how beautiful is this state. I've been here before, but I've never spent a whole lot of time here, and I am just so impressed with how stunningly beautiful it is. And obviously, I did antique and thrift on my way here. So before we get into the Vermont antiquing, which has been good, let's go ahead and look at our travels on our way here. So first I stopped at Cheshire Curio Shop, and I went here specifically for a dresser. This is the dresser that I got. But while I was there, I also found a couple pieces of jewelry, including some micro mosaics, and one of them is screwbacks. I've never had those before. Okay, and then we were still in New Hampshire and went to Flying Pig Antiques. And yes, I sent Dagny a picture. Inside, though, there were some magnificent display cases. I mean, they had a lot of primitives, and just overall, I would say the majority of the items were truly antique versus vintage. Look at that micro mosaic in there. It's inlaid in glass. It was super cool. And everything that I found, though, was, I mean, it was exactly where it should be priced. The owner was super nice. I did end up getting a couple things. Look at those tintypes. I always love looking at tintypes. These cats were amazing. Well, one's a squirrel, but they're doorstops and they're so good. I've never seen those ones before. Down here we had some more pottery. I believe that's a bean pot. Up here there was some pin cushions. Look at the folk art. The bird wood folk art was amazing. So the prices were in the couple hundreds on these, which I completely get because they're so gorgeous. And then over here we had some chocolate molds. Always fun to see those. I believe I've had chocolate in the shape of that Santa as a kid growing up, so that was kind of fun to see. And then some old fishing lures. And then over here there was some raku pottery, which was really fun to look at. And this, I believe that was like just a cloth bird. It was on sale. There were some baskets and some old books and some wood apples there. I mean, it was just beautiful. Of course, I have to stop and look at the jewelry. There was some Bakelite there. That orange was a really nice color. There was some black, green, and more orange Bakelite. And there was a couple brooches in there and necklaces. And I don't know if the prices were showing for me to let you know. I don't recall them being able to see them on the Bakelite. There were some stiff owls. I've only seen those a couple of times. They're adorable, different sizes. So of course I had to catch them. There was some stinky skunks and a bunny rabbit toy back there. Oh, and this picture was a Palmer Cox brownies puzzle. I've never seen that before. I've seen the books, the brownie books, but never the puzzle. So that was pretty cool. That is the world's largest orb. I win. All right, if you know, you know. Let's keep going. Over here is some fantastic moths. And they were cased in this glass, and they were just stunning. I believe they were right around 150 each. And then this one was like a leaf bug. I couldn't reach back there to get any closer because there was a chair in front of me. Of course, there were some paperweights, and I saw this Murano one that was super well done. I've never seen one in that Millefiori style before. And I believe it was marked for $65. So that was full retail. And the other ones just were not as exciting. Fun, but not as exciting. There was some copper teapots, crocks. There were some ribbons, like from the county fair, I think. In this particular case, there was some glass, including some old bottles, some pitchers, some mini pitchers, which always look good in a windowsill. Beautiful amethyst bowl back there, and a green one as well. I've had items like this before in the past, and I was trying to read that card, but that's just the vendor, not necessarily the artist of the glass. And then down here there was a punch set, a glass rolling pin, more compotes. And here is a look at what I actually bought from there. I got it for the van. It is a beautiful antique drop leaf table with this really rustic green paint finish. It was amazing. All right, I also stopped in at a Goodwill real quick. I didn't film in there, but here is what I got. A whole bunch of jewelry, included some brooches and some pendants. Ooh, look at that lucite one. That one glows like crazy. So I was really happy with my finds at this particular Goodwill. And then I stopped at one other antique store and found this brooch and this Murano mushroom by Alessandro Coppola. And then I also found these double stack drawers, which I did get for the van. Okay, here's the pups. A little intermission. We had a lot going on there. They're so confused because I threw a piece of bread and it got caught on Pretzel's leash collar. They're right there. All right, let's go shopping. We're back in Maine. And yes, I'm still in Vermont, and I'm going to show you that. But on our way to Vermont, I stopped at the Rundle Antique Mall, and I found all these Christmas items on a table, so of course I had to stop and look at them. They're adorable, but they were right at full retail. They varied from like $22 to $25 each. And then I had to look through the ornaments. I have looked through here before, so I was just seeing if there's anything new and exciting in there. But this booth is just full of fantastic goodness. And it's not just Christmas in this booth. They have Halloween, they have some kitsch, they have a little Valentine's. I love these little stockinette ornaments. Look how adorable they are. Such good condition too. And I believe that one was around $25 as well. They had some ornaments back there, some shiny braids, some Annalise. I do find them a lot in New England since they used to be made here. And of course there's some kitschy figurines off to the side there. So fun to look at. Oh, something caught my eye. Look at this elf. He's like somersaulting or doing a headstand or yoga. I don't know what he's doing. But he was adorable. I think it was $17 if I remember correctly. I just like the chartreuse green. And then up here, something caught my attention. I'm sure you can see it now. Look at that. How did I not see that earlier? It is a Fenton topaz opalescent deer. If you guys know, I'm obsessed with the Fenton deer, and I'm checking it over because I'm like, wow, I've never had this in real life. I've never seen one in real life. I've only seen them in pictures, and of course I bought it. It was $75, so I did pay up, but I thought it was worth it. And this is one of my favorite spaces. This vendor had some beautiful vases, including that Ellie Smith panel bittersweet up there. They all were about $200 range, so full retail. We've looked in here before. The Fenton amethyst butterfly bonbon dish is still there. Treasure craft butterfly salt and pepper shakers. They're super cute. I believe they were right around $39 if I remember correctly. Some salt and pepper shakers, and then down here I saw these horses which caught my attention. They look very Italian. I don't know if they're Japan or not. And then up here we went to this vendor's booth that had some fantastic jewelry. There was a little rhinestone brooch there in the star shape. I believe it was $6. I did buy that one. I do have it. And then I was looking over to see if there's any other ones that I absolutely need. This was like a ballerina or dancer with some rhinestones and a faux pearl. It wasn't marked. And of course I always looked for the marked ones. Those seem to do a little bit better, or the rhinestones. So that's what I'm pretty much looking for. That cat one was super cute, and it had a mirrored effect to it. And I've had a cat brooch in the past by Liz Tech that was mirrored like that, so I thought it might be another one, but it wasn't. And then I found this rhinestone snowflake starburst, and the gilding on the back was really good, and it wasn't marked, but ultimately I didn't put it back because the rhinestones weren't as clear. I thought there was like a little deadness to the rhinestones, so I did pass on it, though I contemplated it for a long time. And then I found a paperweight, which of course I had to check out, and I'm not sure who makes that one, so I put that one back. And then I found this piece to be very interesting. I don't know if it's from Portugal or Italy, but it was like a double-sided lady, and I believe they were salt cellars, if I had to guess. It's a total guess. If you know, let me know. And it was marked on the inside. I believe it was $17, but she had some chipping around both her bonnets. So I left her behind, but she did intrigue me. And if you know, please let me know, because I've never seen anything like that, and I really thought it was adorable. I'm not sure what it is. Perfect for an egg. All right, we kept looking because I know this vendor has some good Pyrex over here. She had the snowflake pattern, the gooseberry in the back, and the Cinderella bowls, and the turquoise Frigidishes. And of course, Pete has me looking at the Amish butter print to see if there's a lady on the left. There was no lady on the left. But I did check, Pete. I did check. And then over here, I really like this pottery vase. I like the shape of it. It's like it was pinched together from 2 different sheets of clay, and I thought that was really interesting. I believe it was right around the $22 mark. And then, of course, I had to come over here because there was a paperweight that caught my attention, some Fenton, and some cheese boxes. And then over here on this side, look at that owl, so cute. I have bought from this vendor before. They usually have a different hodgepodge of different items, including jewelry. I found this bird brooch, and I did like it. I like the rhinestones on it, but after closer inspection, I do believe it to be more modern, so I passed on that, and I believe it was $12 that they had on the price tag. And then over here, I'm looking to see if there's anything else that catches my eye. There's a nice green opalescent bowl back there. I believe that's Jefferson or Northwood. And then there was these real pretty vases there with the applied design and ruffle lip to them. Not Fenton, probably earlier than that, perhaps Victorian. And then I found this turtle, and I was trying to read the bottom of it. He was adorable. I thought it was a Wade turtle, the same makers of Wade Whimsies, but it wasn't. All right, over here, this is just a treat to look at. It's Halloween, and y'all know I love some vintage Halloween, and this vendor did not disappoint. Also the Christmas. Look at those little elf pencils. They're so cute, and they were only $10. I probably should have got some, but I still think it's a little early to buy Christmas, and I know where to find them. Hopefully they're still there when I go back to Maine. And then of course there was some older ornaments down here, some mercury glass bulbs, and of course she has some die cuts, probably be still if I had to guess, but overall fantastic selection of vintage holiday. In here I was looking at the jewelry, and then that caught my eye. That bust display had a ton of enamel flower brooches, and all of them were $28. There were 2 sets of earrings and about 6 brooches, all for $28. So I did buy that. Of course, I couldn't pass that up. And then in here there was some more Halloween, like a little flute, some jewelry, some pottery, and a nice little grass basket there. I'm not sure what that green glass was, but it was pretty and colorful. More pottery there towards the bottom, and then I hit the jackpot of pottery. There was all these little weed pots. There was 3 up there, 3 down here, and they were like $5 or $6 each depending on the size, and I'm like, heck yeah, I'll just take them all. They're probably more modern judging by the bottoms of them. They're really clean, but I like them, so I got them. I love these Burmese fairy lamps, and they're maybe Clark if I had to guess, but that's just a guess. And back there was a little tin soldier toy. Real fun stuff in this booth. And down here there was a little bit of jewelry, and I didn't get anything out of this particular case, but I did enjoy looking at all the pretty rhinestone jewelry that they had. And then over here there was like Holt Howard overload. Like, look at all of that Holt Howard. There's kitties, there's Merry Mice, there's the rock and roll kids salt and pepper shakers, there's the scarecrows with their stand, so hard to find with the stand. All these little nesting animals on top were adorable. And then of course up here there was some more animal figurines, a lot of Mosser ones. And look at that frog. Now this paperweight is intriguing me because it definitely looks Murano in style, and the Millefiori looked to be Murano, but the base was polished but cloudy, if that makes sense. So I can't say with certainty that it is Murano, but it was only like $15, so I did pick it up because I still liked it. And then over here there was some more paperweights, but I did not end up getting any of those. They're pretty common ones, not signed. And then down here, this lampshade, I think it tricks me every single time. I think it's a vase, and it's got this beautiful iridescent mermaid tail look to it, and it gets me every time. Got me again. All right, next time I'm not picking it up. Okay, then over here I found some little succulents. I believe they were magnets. And then over here I found probably one of my favorite finds other than the deer. There was this amazing little elephant trinket box, and I've only had this like one other time. They're super hard to find. It is black ebony glass, and of course it is hand painted, and I believe it was $39, and I don't remember if it was on sale or not, but I did get it. Up here there's more Pyrex, Amish butter print. Lady is not on the left. They had the dot pattern, some beautiful jadeite, and then I found, not there, keep looking up, Sandy, I don't even see it yet. There's two Bakelite bracelets just sitting there, and they were marked for $6 each, and I still haven't found them. Like, what is wrong with me? And, oh, there they are. And I'm like, wow, those are Bakelite. So I did buy both of those. I thought that was a really good deal at $6 each. And over here there was a smiley glass, which of course Yvonne Thrifty Rich collects, and I always think of her when I see them. And there was some nice display of glass over here, including some jadeite and Fenton. That cranberry opalescent is gorgeous. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because tomorrow we will be in Vermont, and I'm going to show you all the treasures I have found. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.